Greetings, beautiful souls. This message is coming from Bevan Neiman Cortez, the soulful gardener, and I'm talking to all my empath and highly sensitive friends out there. And I just want to really dive into the reason that you will never fit in to a broken society. Okay. And, I'm just speaking from my own experiences because I spend a lot of years trying to conform to systems of all kinds, whether you're talking about corporations or government systems or the American way of life that I grew up in, or even family systems, where the people who are running those things and in power really couldn't give a shit less about my well-being, about whether I was happy, about whether I was healthy. And I tried to conform because we're taught that that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're kind of indoctrinated to that since we were children. But the fact is that we are different. We have a different mentality, a different kind of thinking. We have a much different kind of heart space and compassion for the world, and a different kind of vision for where we're going. And in those spaces, we can keep trying to conform. We can keep trying to fit in and be one of the popular kids, if you will. But we just aren't going to ever fit into that. And I just want to say that, I don't know what your financial situation is. I don't know what kind of responsibilities you have. And I hold compassion if you're like literally still needing for some reason or another, and many people do, to try to conform to that. But I just want to be real, and that there is no time when they will ever care about us. There is no time when they will really ever understand us. And continuing to conform, at least in my experience, only enriched those people, but it broke me down. I now have a disability because of how much work I was expected to do, at what pace, and the kind of toxic environments that I was surrounded with. For the most part, when I worked for a nonprofit called Girls Inc., it was a really positive experience. But working for corporations was not. And, we're told we need to get the house, and we need to get the nice car, and we need to do the things, and we need to try to keep up with all of this consumerism and hyper-capitalism. And we can try for a period of time. But eventually, it's going to break us down. And eventually we're going to be pissed and enraged and angry that we have to try to stuff our light, our gifts, into something that just doesn't support us in return. There's no reciprocity. There never will be reciprocity. And so my message to you today is that, leaving these kinds of systems is painful. It's painful as fuck. I mean, I've had to let go of most of my family members. I've had to let go of any kind of prestigious career. I've had to let go of a lot of money that I used to make. And so it's hard. It's hard to disentangle yourself. It's hard to get out. As a matter of fact, this morning I woke up and I was having a dream that I was running from like a zombie apocalypse, right? There was like this fungus that was affecting like all humans, and they were kind of like, and they were coming after me, and I was running and climbing and trying to get away to the forest, which is what I've done now. Scraping and scrambling. So leaving these systems is something you get punished for. And I'm just being real about it because a lot of bad things are happening in the world. There's good things too, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of amazing, highly sensitive people all over the world doing amazing things. Heart-informing things, working on the environment, helping other humans. There's so many amazing things going on, but there's also people who run these systems who want ultimate power over everyone. They want everyone to conform. They want everyone to be the same. They want everyone to buy into whatever propaganda that they're selling. And I'm telling you that as hard as you try, you will never fit in there. You will never get to be authentic. You will never get to show who you truly are. And who you truly are will never be appreciated and accepted. Doesn't matter how much money they give you. Doesn't matter how many bonuses or 401ks or any of the things that they dangle for you. You will never be accepted, honored, and appreciated truly for who you are. And, you know, I took a big toll trying to fit into that system. I am permanently disabled now from working so hard and trying to conform and having the stress and having the traumas that I experienced in that. And in the same way that African Americans coined the term woke, most people don't know this, but during the Jim Crow period in the United States, that term was coined by the descendants of enslaved people. And it was to alert each other to stay woke. Like, this person is unsafe. This city is unsafe. This is a sundown town. And in a way, empaths and HSPs also need to stay woke. And I'm not talking about going around and being hypervigilant all the time, because that's not healthy for our nervous system. But I am talking about using your discernment, using your intuition. If something feels off, if a person feels sketchy, if something's not going the way that you think it should be going, well, then you know. You know that you're being disrespected. You know that you're being manipulated. You know that you're being used. And there is no reciprocity there. And so right now in this era of our lives, a lot of sensitive people are having to make some really tough choices about who do you want to be and how do you want to live and what's really going to work for you and what are the friends that you want to surround yourself with. And we're going to have to hold those boundaries and say, hell no, fuck no, I'm not going to be treated this way. I'm not going to live this way. I deserve better than this. And I just hope that there's a part of this message that speaks to your soul. And if you're feeling like a little defensive and like, no, I can make it there. I can do it. It's okay. I also felt defensive. I also felt like, yeah, I can figure out a way to conform. I'm great at shape-shifting. I'm great at doing that until I can't anymore. Because the reality is that I'm a progressive activist. The reality is I'm non-binary. The reality is I'm a pagan witch. The reality is that I am very, very powerful in terms of using energy and creating magic. And this is who I am. And in those environments that did not respect that, as a matter of fact, they want to suppress that, I suffered. And then I was tired of suffering, and I wasn't going to do it anymore. And I wasn't going to have anyone in my life who tried to push that down, who tried to ignore that, who tried to avoid that. You know, I've let go of family members. I've let go of friends that I've had for decades because they couldn't accept me for who I am, and I didn't get to be 100% me. And so this is a clarion call, my friends, that if you've been feeling like I just can't conform to this anymore, there's a reason, because you're not meant to. And I'm not suggesting we completely disconnect ourselves from society, although maybe living in an HSP village somewhere, I know there's been people who've had that dream where everyone's kind and compassionate. I mean, certainly we're still going to have our differences, you know. But we're not meant to do that. We are meant to participate. We are meant to actually help evolve consciousness on this planet. I believe that's why we came here. That's why we're so perceptive. That's why we can see all these patterns and all these things. That's why we can call out the bullshit when it happens. So we have to figure out, how can I be an influencer, a positive, empathic influencer in this system without being chewed up by it? And this is a really important journey that we're all taking, each in our different way. I'm not making any judgment about how you're doing it. I'm just talking about how I've done it. I had to leave the country of my birth. I had to come to a different country. I had to leave the city. I had to go to the country and live off the land and learn how to grow food again. And this is my journey. And your journey could be different, and it will be different. There's no one way. There's no one system for being highly sensitive on this planet. But we need to wake up, and we need to stay woke, and we need to look at the systems that we're participating in and going, is this working for me? How is this impacting my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health? Do the people I'm surrounding myself with, are they reciprocal? Are they healthy? Are they loving? Or are they taking? Are they extracting from me? Are they draining my energy? And it's really vital that we do this work, because looking away, putting our head in the sand is going to lead to negative consequences down the road. It just is. It's inevitable. So I just want you to know that you are a beautiful soul. And if no one in your life right now is affirming that, if no one is saying, wow, look at how amazing you are, look at the gifts you have, I'm so honored to know you, I'm meeting you in that same space. If you don't have that, then this is that for you. I see you. I am you. I love you. You are important. And you deserve to have the best life possible. And you deserve to be safe. And you deserve to be respected. So take that up. As they say, put on your damn crown. Understand who you are. You are powerful. You are beautiful. Your sensitivity is the asset that this world needs and what it is lacking. And that's why we came here. And there are more and more and more of us. There are 2 billion sensitive people on this planet. And we can make a huge difference. Each in our own little part of the world, each in our own circle. We're not here to save everything. We're here to show up and show out and stop hiding who we are in order to conform with these systems that don't care about us anyway. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I love you, my friends. Be safe, be well, be respected. Namaste.